Hey, I'm updating this computer, but don't time for that. I'll start where I supposedly left off. The royal end. So, Jeed will hold the King's Sword in stat mode, then scan the riser near the top/cross guard. He'll then swipe his hand up 3 times, and then press the trigger near the, shaft part. He'll then hold it up to the sky and yell out, "Royal N!" and then hold it near his arm, sort of like a plus-style finisher. Now, at full power, this thing is destructive, but I'm not getting into that. Now, just like Orb for Future Fight, Jeed has game-exclusive forms. But since I'm almost done, this one's probably going to be about, 45 seconds. Oops. We'll just go straight into his final form. Sort of. But I'm going to cover that when I can do a full review of Ultraman 0. Now this is Jeed. Now this is Jeed Ultimate Final. Now to transform, Riku must utilize the Giga Finalizer. This is it in its human form, and this is it in its normal-sized form. Now this transformation is very different from Jeed's past forms. To transform, Jeed will hold out the evolution capsule, which will then say Ultimate Final, and then a blue energy version of its true form will appear. He'll then put it down near the hilt of the Giga Finalizer, and then use his riser. He'll then scan the 2 circles down near the riser, and the riser, I forget what it says. Hang on, let me go back up. This is going to take a while. Oh wait, no, it might not. Okay. I should probably look at the Giga Finalizer itself so I know what I'm talking about here. Excuse me. You go away. Trying to see if there are any quotes. Oh, I remember now. The Jeed Riser, or the Giga Finalizer, will then announce Ultimate Evolution. The Riku will say, "Connect the rushes," and then pull the trigger down, revealing, those 2 little side things you saw. He'll then press the circular button near the shaft, and then he'll simply say, "Jeed!" And then he'll be covered in energy of his true form. And then the Giga Finalizer will say, "Ultraman Jeed! Ultimate Final!" Now Riku, the main point of the Giga Finalizer is to draw out Jeed's latent potential. But now his techniques via this depend on how many times he pulls down that trigger and presses the button. His most powerful attack via the Giga Finalizer is the final Crescent Jeed. Jeed will take the Jeed Riser again and scan the bottom half, then he'll pull the trigger down 3 times. He'll then hold the button, and then the Giga Finalizer, the top half anyway, will coat itself in blue and black energy. And then this can be used 2 ways. This can be either used as a close distance slash attack or a long distance one. Now Giga Ultimate Final actually has its own beam attack, called the Wrecking Nova. Now, it's a safer, more stabilized version of the Wrecking Burst. So, Jeed will do the same positions, except not having to go like this. Just hold his hands out, and the energy will coat itself again. He'll then put his hands in the same plus style position. Now, I really should go over this. Now, this is a form I've mentioned before in my Ultraman X little retrospective. However, I feel like I should go over it. But I need to go over the transformation again. Now, instead of using capsules, we learn why that he used the Z Riser. It's because when the monster from the movie, which the same movie that G got his ultimate final form, actually revived due to, well, Devil Splinter energy, but I'll go over that when I'm able to fully go over Ultraman Z, or Z. So his riser was damaged, and so he was given the Z Riser as a replacement, and the Ultraman looks for Ultraman Ginga, X, and Orb. So first, Riku will put his Ultra Axis card in the Z Riser. While holding out the medals, he'll say, "Unite! Live! Up!" He'll then insert the medals into it and scan, while the Riser says, "Ultraman or Ginga, X, Orb." Riku will then do the same motions he does for his fusion up forms, while his pre-transformation catchphrase for this is, "Assemble! Glittering stars!" He'll then pull the trigger and once again yell, "Jade!" Similar to Ultraman Z's transformations, which I will go into later, we see Ginga, X, and Orb fly by him, and similar to his fusion up form, we see Ultraman and Belial do the same. Raise their hands up like this with that ball of energy. Then, again, G's pre-transformation, G's true form eyes will reveal itself. And his transformation will be complete. Now, I need to go down again. Now, here is G's Galaxy Rising, which is actually an upgrade to his primitive form that I later learned. Now, all Ultras with Z Risers can do this. G can use the Z Riser as a melee weapon. He can also scan the medals again to use the Galaxy Burst. Basically, the Z Riser is covered in red and blue energy, similar to the Wrecking Burst. And G will then spin around and use it, creating an energy slash. Then once he finishes spinning, will launch it at his enemy. Now, his main technique for this one is the Wrecking Phoenix, another upgraded version of the Wrecking Nova. Now, G will once again do the same positioning for Wrecking Phoenix. Wrecking Burst, which it's an upgrade too. And we'll do the same pre-transformation, pre-blast poses as Ginga, Orb, and X. As Ginga, X, and Orb in that order. And instead of a plus style, it's an L style shaped. Why is it called Wrecking Phoenix? Because after G finishes those pre-transformation forms, also holding his hands out like this, a red energy phoenix will appear behind him. So, let's go over these combinations. Again, live action. Now, first is Ultraman Belial and the original Ultraman. Now, this one should be pretty obvious aside from the whole good and evil counterpart. The original Ultraman is the first Ultra ever, while Ultraman Belial is the first evil Ultra. Next is Solid Burning for Ultra 7 and Leo. Now, like I mentioned, if you guys remember my Z review, this is because Seven taught Leo. So it's a student master thing. Both of them had to wonder what was the point to keep going. For 7, it was wondering if humanity really deserved protecting. Because he saw their ugly sides. By that, I mean they were just dicks. Next is Ultraman Leo. who lost his home, his friends, and originally he thought his brother, while also losing his new friends and new family. It got weird. So both Ultras were both saw the darkness that life has to hold, that life can hold sometimes. Next is Aqua Smasher for Ultraman Cosmos and Ultraman Hikari. Now, obviously, both Blue Ultras. Next is Magnificent. Also, they were... Yeah, not gonna mention it. Obviously, both are Belial's sworn enemies. Oh, and also, for side note, the guy who voiced Zero actually voted for Father of Ultra as his favorite Ultra. Actually said that Father of Ultra was his favorite. Next is Royal Mega Master. Now, according to the current source, King is actually terrified of Belial. However, what I like to look at this is while King is considered the ultimate force of good, while Belial is considered the ultimate force of evil. Now, there's not really one for Ultimate Final because, well, it's not a fusion. But next is Galaxy Rising, because Ginga, X, and Orb are the first new generation heroes that preceded Jeed. I am not kidding. Wait, what? Oh, apparently he's got a new one that involves Ultraman Jack, Ultraman Cosmos, and Ultraman Nexus. There's nothing there yet, so I think I'll make a follow-up for that one. So, that was Ultraman Jeed. I forgot to mention, Ultraman Orb is one of my favorite series, and when we go over the two next generation heroes, that's gonna be put to the test. But still, what do you guys think? Did you hear any Ultras you want me to go over? No, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. I don't update often, but when I do, hit that bell icon, you'll get all the latest updates. Well, that's all for now. This is Jack Keller saying, Jade! And see ya!